It's always a pleasure to be chatting to one of the hottest young talents in the AFL, the agile tall defender, the Adelaide Crows future leader, an absolute great guy, Max Michalanney. Good to meet you, Max. Oh, good to see you
Hi,
too.
LJ.
Yeah,
No,
pretty
thanks for
good.
having me back on.
Nah, that's all good. It's great to have you back on. Well, it's been a whirlwind last 2 months, hasn't it, buddy? Have you even been surprised yourself as to how well you've taken to the AFL?
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. Very kind words there, so thank you for that. But yeah, I think going into the preseason, I wasn't too sure what to expect, but there's a lot of good leaders down at the footy club at the moment that have all helped me out a lot. So big thanks to them, and I think they've helped me improve a lot over the short time of being down there.
Yeah, and has anyone really taken you under their wing?
Yeah, there's been a couple. During the preseason, I spent a lot of time standing Taylor Walker and Darcy Fogarty, Isaac Rankin, Rochelle. So those boys all, class forwards that have helped me out a lot and taught me heaps. And then also there's a couple of defenders down there like Brody Smith, Tom Duday, Mitch Hinge. The list can go on, but I'd say those boys are probably the main ones that have, really looked after me.
Yeah, that's really cool, mate. All right, so let's talk about the draft night. You were touted for ages as being Crow's father's son. How far out did you know that the Crows were taking you?
Yeah, I had a couple of meetings with the Crows obviously during the year, and they all said they were, pretty interested in me, but they didn't give me a guarantee. So I wasn't too sure whether they'd match the bid or not. So I kind of found out when everyone else did. But yeah, super lucky and super grateful that they did match it, and I could stay at the club I've been supporting my whole life, and yeah, thankfully I'm there.
Yeah, and I'm sure you were pretty happy when your name got called out on draft night.
Yeah, yeah. I was, obviously over the moon.
Yeah,
My whole family's, helped me a lot along the way, and they were obviously really happy to see me live out my dream as well. So, yeah, it was a very good night.
yeah. All right, so first day on the job, how nervous were you? Do you remember the morning and who you met first?
Yeah, I do remember being extremely nervous. Obviously, going to a new place, you want to make good impressions and things like that. But I was pretty lucky to spend a fair bit of time down there in the previous preseason, so I already knew a lot of the boys. But I can, remember my first session down there. I think Will Hamill was assigned to looking after me on my first session. So, yeah, I'd probably say he was the first guy I met.
Yeah, awesome, mate. All right, they say the first preseason is a daunting one. How did you go with the preseason, and did you struggle with any of it?
Um, oh, obviously there's a ups and downs during the preseason. There's some bits that are hard, some bits where you feel like you're struggling, but everyone pushes through. So obviously there's nothing too bad in there. It's just a little bit hard at times. But yeah, thankfully the guys down there, the strength and conditioning guys, obviously really experienced and know what they're doing. So as long as you listen to them and I guess, work as hard as you can, everything will unfold from there. So yeah.
Yeah, and first training session, going out there with the boys, how'd that feel?
Oh yeah, obviously, as I said before, growing up as a Crow supporter, you see the guys you've been barracking for your whole life, like Rory Sloane, Taylor Walker, all those boys, and it's a little bit surreal, but yeah, it was just an unreal experience.
Yeah, I bet. Now, I'm sure you were really nervous when you got out on the track, and I'm sure people like Tex really drove that fierce attitude towards working hard. Did you get any sprays early on?
Nah, nah. Obviously, with inexperience comes mistakes and things like that. So everyone's super good with that. And obviously I'm trying my best and they all know that. So it's more constructive stuff rather than me getting sprayed. So if I am to do something wrong, they'll just let me know in a positive way, and that keeps both parties, I guess, happy, and yeah, we move on from there.
Oh, it's a great club with Crows, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm super happy to be here.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so let's get to the first game you played. What a moment, hey? Debuting round one. I will say I predicted it, but let's be honest, not too many draftees do. What was it like getting told you're about to have a boyhood dream fulfilled?
Yeah, obviously it's super surreal. I've been working towards it for, 15 years or so. So yeah, for it to finally come true, yeah, I was over the moon with it. And both my parents were down there at the club when I found out. So that was all a bit of a surprise, but yeah, it's definitely surreal. And Heading down to GWS, obviously I wasn't too sure what to expect. It was a really, really hot day, so all the boys were sweating I've never really played a game like it, to be honest, but yeah, thankfully I was able to get that one game under the belt. Unfortunately, we lost, but yeah, it was a good experience nonetheless.
And how were the nerves going into that game?
Yeah, I usually get nervous for most games, but that one was on another level. Like, yeah, I remember going into it just thinking just to back myself in and let my training and let my footy do the talking. But yeah, no matter how much you tell yourself you'll be all right, there's always going to be a little bit of nerves on a big occasion like that.
Yeah, that's right, mate. But you did prove and you played well, mate.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's right, mate. On a positive note, you said to all Adelaide Crows supporters, what a great choice it was to draft you. What did you take out of that game, and how cool was it shaking hand with Toby Green?
Yeah, obviously, growing up, I've watched a fair bit of him play. You know, he's renowned as one of the best forwards in the comp. So, watching how he goes about it, obviously he's a class player, and it was, yeah, weird lining up on him for a little bit. But yeah, I took a lot out of the game in terms of doing things for other people. You know, a lot of the boys helped me out and helped me get my role done. So that's something that I'm trying to do. I guess implement into my game, helping out the other boys and helping them get their role done instead of just worrying about myself.
Yeah, that is pretty scary though, lining up on Toby Green on his first match. It's another level, isn't
Mm,
it?
he's a very good player, that's for sure.
Yeah. Then comes round three. The man gets a Rising Star nomination, and let's be honest, without Sheasel and Afcroft, you would be way in front right now. It must be great recognition for you on the great start you've made.
Yeah, obviously it's nice to be recognised as a rising star for a certain round, but I think there's lots of young boys around the competition at the moment that have been putting their best foot forward and yeah, really dominating from I guess the word go. But yeah, it's nice to be renowned as one of those players at the moment, and hopefully that form can keep going.
Yeah, it's a pretty big award, mate. Should be proud.
Thank you.
That's all right. All right, for all those who watch this, let's ask some questions about being an AFL footballer. What's it like being around the club, and what's it like being around the club that you grew up barracking for?
Yeah, it's obviously unreal. There's, you know, a lot of good guys down there. There's lots of funny moments and we all do the work together and then we all have a joke after about it. So yeah, it's a great place to be and I love my time down there.
Yeah. After the game, what does your recovery look like?
Typically straight after a game, we hop in the ice baths for about 10 to 15 minutes. Try and get something down us, you know, whether that be a burrito, yeah, bits of chicken, depends on the game, I suppose. And preferably a chalky milk as well, get the protein back in. And after that, yeah, get a good night's sleep and maybe head down to the beach the next day.
Yeah, good choice of a meal though. Chalky milk and a burrito.
Can't go wrong with that, can you?
No, that's right. What do you reckon's the best part of being an AFL footballer?
I think, oh, I guess at the moment, footy's my job, I suppose. I live and breathe footy at the moment. And I love footy. So yeah, can't really go wrong with that combination, can you?
No. What do you reckon's the worst part of being a footballer?
There's not too many things that are bad with it. Obviously you are in the spotlight a little bit. A lot of people, I guess, want to critique you here and there, but it's all part of the job. So, no complaints from me.
Yeah. Biggest sledge so far on the field?
I haven't heard anything too bad come my way. I have heard a couple of yous and whatnot, but yeah, that's all part of the game, and yeah, I find it pretty funny.
Have you had any bad social media messages? My mate Matt says thanks for the follow, by the way.
No, not a problem. Oh no, I haven't actually had any bad messages yet. I'll try and stay away from the message request just in case there is something there. But at the moment, you know, a young player, a lot of people, I guess, are a little bit more forgiving to me, rather than the older boys. I know the older boys copped a couple pretty bad messages, but yeah.
Do you still get nervous running around the ground?
Oh, once I'm out there, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty calm, and I guess my competitiveness takes over. But yeah, pre-game I still get a little bit nervous. Yeah, but even I guess dating back to, when I was playing under 12s, under 13s down at my local club, I'd get nervous for those games as well. So yeah, it's all part of it, and that's why I love footy.
Yeah, that's right. Has the AFL helped with any of your golfing skills?
A lot of the boys do think they're pretty good golfers, so I have gone out a couple of times with them, but I wouldn't say I've improved too much. It is, yeah, a pretty rough sport, but I am trying.
You've still got a bit of time, mate. Don't worry. Has it helped with the ladies being a footballer?
Um, I suppose with your name being out there a little bit more, more girls get to know you and whatnot. But yeah, not too worried about that at the moment. Just focusing on my footy.
That's pretty cool. Best perk of being an AFL footballer?
Best perk. You get lots of opportunities to help out the community and stuff. So, you can do footy clinics, things like that. Do interviews like this. So yeah, I find it really cool to help out the community, and yeah, I'd say that's the best perk.
Yeah, awesome. Worst singer at the Crows?
Worst singer.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too many of the boys sing, thankfully, but Ned McHenry runs around the club singing top of his lungs, so I'd probably have to go him.
He seems like the sort of person to do that, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a super funny guy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Player most likely to prank you?
Most likely to prank me. I'd probably say the red hot favorite, the big Texan. He's
Big
probably due to
Texan.
give me a prank soon enough. So yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, you better watch out for him.
That's for sure.
Who's a guy in the Crows who you dread rooming with on an overnight stay?
Yeah. Well, if I had to room with someone, probably say maybe Jake Saligo.
Jake Saligo. Any
Got my
reasons
kids
for that?
up all night bouncing around. So yeah, I'd say him.
Yeah, he does seem pretty energetic. Final question. Who would be the most fun for me to interview down there at Adelaide?
The most fun.
Yeah.
I'll probably say Neddy McHenry as well. He's got a really big personality. So yeah, maybe give him a go.
Yeah, mate, hook me up with an interview. I'll do it any day.
See what I can do for you.
Awesome, mate. Well, Max, as always, you're such a great guy to chat to. A bloke that no matter how good you become, and you will always be great and will never change. As humble and as cool as any guy I've ever interviewed, and I'm pleasured to see you show everyone the star that I knew you'd be. But young Max, there is still one thing missing. Do you guess what it is?
No idea.
Not one goal, not one shot at goal. Come on, mate. That's
I'm
what
working on it. I'm working on it. Hopefully this weekend. I'll see what I can do.
Awesome. 50,000 fans in the stands will go off. Team rules, team structure, to hell with that, mate. This is about you. About the moment you'll never forget. This weekend, you see that opportunity and you'll yell out to Brodie Smith, "This Brodie, cover me. It's my time. You've kicked enough goals from half back. It's time for you to defend. I'm going forward, then take off and slot that baby." Being that you're a defender, I don't want that moment to go unrewarded. You need a celebration. Take me into the fire, mate. I give it to you in great faith that you'll treat it well. How's that?
Very nice. I'll see if I can pull it off.
I reckon you got to give it a go now. Try to do it together.
Give it a go. One
Yeah.
of these ones. There you
Hands
go.
up. Oh, I think we practiced it last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I reckon we did. I've got it down packed.
All right, this time. Thanks, Heath, for the chat, Max. You're a legend and can't wait to watch your next 300 games.
Nah, thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you on, mate.